Fearful, downtown Ottawa residents flee their homes as protest continues.
Here's a summary of the article.
As the disruptive protest in Ottawa drags into its second week, some residents of the downtown core say they've been living a nightmare, under siege and terrified to leave their homes, except to seek refuge away from the epicenter. For 10 days, downtown residents have been subjected to relentless honking, random fireworks and choking diesel fumes from trucks parked near their homes. Many residents say they've felt let down by all levels of government and police since the protest convoy arrived January 28. Ottawa police are asking for more reinforcements to fight protests that city officials have started calling an insurrection. It's been hell, to put it bluntly, said Richard Troy Baker, an Ottawa resident who teaches online cooking courses, about how the protests in downtown Ottawa have affected his life and his ability to feel safe outside his home. What may be the most difficult aspect is that most of my family supports the protest. It is heartbreaking that as I am going through this trauma, I have family trying to defend the protest to me, she wrote. One persistent theme among the emails and people CBC spoke with was they feel let down by government and Ottawa police.
This post received a score of 7,200, with an upvote ratio of 83%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
So how long will this go on? There is no endgame. The protest's demands won't be met, and the government is unwilling to escalate. What is the plan then? Wait until they get bored and leave? Wait until Ottawa residents snap and get violent themselves? It seems like the whole thing is just going nowhere.
Greater than wait until Ottawa residents snap and get violent themselves. Cops are just doing exactly what they were doing before Christie Pitts. Absolutely nothing.
For those of us south of the border, no, not that border, the other border, and hey, don't even bring up the resort. AHEMMM Peak Toronto.
I don't understand the Confederate flag. Idiots in the US claim it's heritage not hate, blah blah blah. But in Canada, what connection is there? How do they justify it as anything but a symbol of hatred and oppression, meant to instill fear in their opposition?
A lot of people in the U.S. justify their position on the Confederacy being about the rights of states and individuals. That's probably what they're doing here. It's stupid here, and it is even more idiotic in Canada. Edit. The U.S. Civil War was caused by Southern states worried that they would no longer be able to own slaves in the foreseeable future.
Greater than the Confederacy being about the rights of states and individuals, it is the right to own slaves.
That's exactly why flying that flag is stupid. Quite a few states explicitly said that they were seceding specifically because of slaves, and one of the pillars of the Confederacy was that slavery could never be outlawed.
Edit. It's in the secession ordinances for most of them, though not all, as I previously said. If you look beyond these and see the secession convention records, it's even more obvious that slavery was the dominant issue.
When I said that I was referring to the Declarations of Causes, wherein 4 states go into great detail of the importance of their ensured continued use of slaves. There were absolutely more of them that mentioned it. Admittedly, I haven't read all of them, as the Civil War isn't my favorite area of history to study, but it one I consider important.
You're right. I was actually confused and somewhat wrong, and learned this when I went back to find some links. Sorry for the confusion. I think it's super important to learn about this stuff and spread the info, especially now as people are flying this flag in the name of freedom, while people wear the Star of David about being ostracized for being compelled to wear a mask to prevent spread of a deadly virus.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.